No, but really, I think that for me, the two main issues are the ones that you have accurately captured. For the first time in our history, we're going to go into an election where the two major parties are being led by a president and his predecessor. It's not happened before. Usually it is an incumbent against somebody who's coming for the first time. This is the first time where the immediate past president and the current president. So the issue of their record is absolutely critical. I think we have to be very, very insistent on looking at the records of the two leaders in the period of their governorship, as it were. I think that it's inescapable as far as this election is concerned. And then secondly, deriving from it is also the question of how well they have managed the various issues in the country during their time. And when we're talking about that, we're not talking just about COVID, we're talking about the whole period, for me, from the 7th of January 2017, right up till today, right up to the election. And I think too that is also inescapably part of the mix, a critical part of the mix for this election. So as far as identifying the two critical issues that we have to define for the Ghanaian electorate, I think you're spot on in insisting on, first of all, the comparison of record, how effective both presidents have been in terms of furthering social and economic advance in our country. And then, of course, the quality of the leadership that they provided. In the countries with the nuclear capability, they ask, who would you like to have as the man with the finger on the bomb? We don't have, but we still have to ask ourselves who best can manage the affairs of our country, both in normal times as well as in extraordinary times, like these last 3 or 4 months. And in talking about the record, I think there's one thing which is very important for us in NPP to continue to stress. The quality of achievement of this government in various areas, whether it's in health, education, infrastructure development, across board, social and economic, has been one that has affected virtually everybody in the country, at all parts of the country. There's no part of Ghana that can say that somehow or other they've been left out of the programs and developments of this government. And that has to be a very critical aspect of our outreach, because it is possible for us, every nook and cranny of Ghana, to point to something that we have done which matters to people, whether it is in the establishment of schools or in the enhancement of agriculture, whether we're talking about the development of infrastructure in one form or another, whether water, toilets, roads. All these go into the idea that our program is meant to serve the generality of the people. And it's important that we continue to stress that. We have to do a campaign in Ghana which is not about where you come from, whipping up ethnic sentiments. It has never helped this country, and it will not help us. We should be the very first to recognize this diversity, this mosaic, this Ghanaian tapestry, which is full of so many different elements, but comes together in the Ghanaian statement. And we should be stressing that. The Ghana Project is what I call it. Secondly, in making the Ghana Project to the other issues, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, I'm very strongly a Christian. I'm part of the big Christian majority in Ghana. But it shouldn't be part of our discourse. And clearly, gender should not be also part of our discourse. We are looking at all times at records, at competencies. So it should be possible for the discussion amongst these people and before the Ghanaian people to be a discussion about competencies, abilities, records, achievements, output. So I think that is something that I would like us to stress very much. All the stuff about, we have some tribal agenda, want to disenfranchise people in the foreign off in the voting. I don't understand where that is coming from, and it's deliberate. It's artificial. Anybody who knows the mechanics of Ghana knows that is artificial and is being done for very short-term political gains. I'm not sure that it's a legitimate way of advancing a political agenda. Certainly, it's not one that I would want to promote. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your quarantine.
I have 5 more days.
I don't know what you do in quarantine.
all the memoranda and papers I have not read, I'm reading them now. Yeah, and I'm finding myself busier than when I actually go from here to Jubilee House. But that is it, and I'm finding myself extremely busy.
Well, Mr. President, we are very grateful for joining us. I think that your comments and suggestions are very important. They are very insightful. We will factor all of these as we continue to finalize our communication strategy going forward.